Bowflex 5.1S Stowable Bench Assembly Video. Before you begin the assembly, please make sure you read the assembly manual thoroughly, as it contains important safety warnings and assembly tips. Begin by selecting an area where you are going to set up and operate your bench. For safe operation, the bench must be located on a hard level surface. Please allow a minimum work area of 161.3 inches by 128.1 inches. Always try to maintain a minimum of 50-inch clearance around the bench. Start the assembly by checking the parts list. See the assembly manual for a complete parts list. A 4mm and 5mm Allen wrench tool is included with your assembly. Step 1. Assembling the levelers. Begin Step 1 by locating the leveler, Part J. Place it facing up as shown. Next, insert the Part A screw from the bottom of the leveler, 1 Part C flat washer from the top, 2 Part B thin nuts. Slide the bolt, then the flat washer and 2 thin nuts. Hand tighten the nuts. Finally, repeat these steps for 3 more leveler assemblies. Step 1 is now complete. Step 2. Attaching the front and rear stabilizers to the frame assembly. Begin Step 2 by locating the frame assembly, Part 1. Do not cut the shipping zip ties on the frame assembly until it has been removed from the packaging and placed in the assembly area. Next, locate the rear stabilizer, Part 2, and affix it to the rear part of the bench frame assembly. With some assistance, hold the frame assembly so that the rear stabilizer slides in and matches the side holes of the frame tube. Slowly slide it into place. Secure the rear stabilizer using 3 Part D screws, 3 Part F lock washers, and 3 Part C flat washers. Insert 1 set of hardware through the top and 1 set on each side. Fully tighten the hardware using the provided 5mm Allen wrench. Next, locate 2 leveler assemblies that were previously assembled and screw them to the underside of the rear stabilizer. Hand tighten the levelers onto each end hole. See the assembly manual for more information on how to level the bench by adjusting the levelers. After securing the rear stabilizer, locate the pop pin knob, Part K, and screw it into the insert on the side of the frame assembly, as shown. Next, locate the front stabilizer, Part 3, and attach it to the arm bracket of the bench frame assembly located up front. Matching the top and bottom holes, slowly slide it into place. Secure the front stabilizer using 2 Part G screws, 2 Part F washers, and 2 Part E washers. Insert the hardware through the top. Fully tighten the hardware using the provided 5mm Allen wrench. Finally, locate the 2 remaining leveler assemblies and screw them to the underside of their front stabilizer handle holes. To adjust the bench, you can pull the pop pin knob on the bench rails and adjust the bench to the desired angle. Step 2 is now complete. Step 3. Attaching the seats. Begin Step 3 by making sure the frame assembly is in the down position. Next, locate the seat, Part 4, and place it on top of the frame assembly. Align the seat to the bench frame assembly between the 4 open holes and slowly lower it into place. Secure the seat using 4 Part G screws and 4 Part H flat washers. Insert the hardware through the bottom frame and into the seat. Fully tighten the hardware using the provided 5mm Allen wrench. Next, locate the seat back, Part 5, and align it on the long arm of the bench frame assembly between the 4 open holes as shown. With the logo on the seat back facing back, slowly lower it into place. Secure the seat using 4 Part G screws and 4 Part H flat washers. Insert the hardware through the bottom frame and into the seat back. Fully tighten the hardware using the provided 5mm Allen wrench. After securing the seat back, pull the pop pin knob on the side of the frame and adjust the bench to an up position. With the top back exposed, locate the handle, Part L, and place it behind the seat back. There are 2 holes located on the frame assembly rails. Matching the holes, push the handle in place. Secure the handle using 2 part G screws. Insert the screws through the back and into the seat back. Fully tighten the hardware using the provided 5mm Allen wrench. Step 3 is now complete. Step 4. Attaching the leg extension. Begin Step 4 by locating the leg extension, Part 6. Next, insert the foam roller tube, Part 7, through the hole of the leg extension until it extends at the same length on both sides. After the tube is in place, locate the foam rollers, Part 8, and fit them into the roller tube, one on each side. Insert the foam roller tubes all the way in. Next, locate the cap, Part I, and insert it into the tube. Push the cap into the tube until it is firmly in place. Repeat these steps for the opposite side. After the leg extension assembly is complete, locate the front side of the bench assembly and unscrew the hardware. Place the hardware aside for now. Please note, select pieces of hardware have been provided as spares on the hardware card. Be aware that there may be remaining hardware after the proper assembly of the equipment. Finally, locate the leg extension assembly and insert it into the front part of the frame assembly. Slowly insert it in place and make sure the end cap of the leg extension is facing away from the bench. Secure the leg extension to the frame assembly using the previously removed hardware. Insert the screws and washers through both sides of the frame. Hand tighten the hardware first. Fully tighten the hardware using the provided 4mm Allen wrench. Fully tighten the hardware on both sides. Congratulations! Assembly of the Bowflex 5.1S stowable bench is now complete. Before using your bench, inspect your equipment to ensure that all hardware is tight and components are properly assembled. The equipment must be examined for damage and repairs before each use. The owner is responsible to perform routine testing of the locking mechanisms. Please reference the assembly manual for more detailed maintenance procedures. Enjoy your Bowflex 5.1S stowable bench. Brought to you by Bowflex.